It was a sunny Monday morning, and the school gates buzzed with chatter as children exchanged stories of their weekends. Amid the noise was Liam, a curious and ambitious 10-year-old who couldn't help but notice his classmates pulling out shiny smartphones during recess. They played games, watched videos, and boasted about the features of their phones. Liam felt left out. He had never owned a phone and could only watch from the sidelines, wishing he had one of his own. When Liam returned home that afternoon, he decided to talk to his mother, Clara, about it. She was a loving but strict woman who believed in raising her children with discipline and values. As Liam walked into the kitchen, where Clara was preparing dinner, he hesitated before speaking. "Mom," Liam began, "can I ask you for something?" Clara turned to face her son, wiping her hands on her apron. "What is it, Liam?" "Well," he said nervously, "all my classmates have phones now. They use them for schoolwork and games. I feel left out. Can you please buy me one?" Clara frowned. "Liam, you're too young to have a phone. Phones can be distracting and harmful if not used properly." "But Mom," Liam pleaded, "I'll use it responsibly. I promise. I'll only use it for school and to keep up with my friends." Clara sighed, considering his request. After a moment, she said, "I'll make you a deal. If you can come first in your class this term, I'll buy you a phone. But only if you prove you deserve it by working hard." Liam's eyes lit up with determination. "Really? You mean it?" "I mean it," Clara said firmly. "But remember, this isn't just about the phone. I want you to learn the value of hard work and discipline." From that day on, Liam dedicated himself to his studies. He spent hours poring over his textbooks, asking his teachers for extra help, and avoiding distractions. His older sister, Emily, who was 2 years his senior, noticed his newfound determination and teased him about it. "You're really serious about this phone, huh?" she said one evening as she watched him study. "I have to prove to Mom that I deserve it," Liam replied without looking up from his book. "Besides, it's not just about the phone. I want to show everyone I can do it." Months passed, and Liam's hard work paid off. At the end of the term, his teacher announced that he had taken first place in his class. Overjoyed, Liam rushed home to share the news with Clara. "Mom! I did it! I came first," he exclaimed as he burst through the door. Clara was thrilled and proud of her son. True to her word, she took him to the store that weekend and bought him a brand new Android phone. Liam was ecstatic. He spent the entire evening setting up his phone, exploring its features, and showing it off to Emily. "This is so cool," Liam said, grinning from ear to ear. Emily shared his excitement and often borrowed the phone to play games or browse the internet. At first, Liam used the phone responsibly, just as he had promised. He downloaded educational apps, played games, and occasionally watched videos on YouTube. However, as time went on, he and Emily began to explore other corners of the internet. One evening, while they were browsing together, an ad popped up on the screen. It was colorful and flashy, and it piqued their curiosity. "What's that?" Emily asked, pointing at the ad. "I don't know," Liam replied. "Let's click it and see." The ad redirected them to an adult website filled with explicit videos. Neither Liam nor Emily fully understood what they were watching, but their curiosity got the better of them. They spent hours on the site, unable to look away from the content that was both confusing and fascinating to their young minds. Over the next few weeks, Liam and Emily kept returning to the site. They made sure to do so only when their mother wasn't around, keeping it a secret between the two of them. The more they watched, the more curious they became. The videos began to shape their understanding of relationships and intimacy, though in a distorted and unhealthy way. One evening, while their mother was out shopping, Liam and Emily sat in the living room with the phone. After watching a few videos, Liam hesitated before turning to his sister. "Emily," he said quietly, "have you ever wondered what it's like to, do what they're doing?" Emily blushed and looked away. "I don't know," she muttered. "It's just acting, right?" Maybe, Liam said, but what if we tried it? Just to see what it's like. Emily looked at her brother in shock. We can't do that. It's wrong. I know, Liam admitted, but no one will find out. It's just between us. Emily hesitated, torn between her instincts and the influence of the videos they had been watching. Eventually, curiosity won out, and the siblings decided to experiment with what they had seen. That night marked the beginning of a secret relationship that would have devastating consequences. The weeks following their experiment were filled with an overwhelming sense of secrecy and guilt for both Liam and Emily. At first, they tried to act as though nothing had changed, going about their daily lives as usual. Liam continued excelling in his studies, and Emily focused on her schoolwork. However, behind closed doors, the bond between the siblings had taken a troubling turn. Their secret relationship became an unspoken agreement, one neither of them knew how to break. The videos they continued to watch only fueled their misguided understanding of intimacy, and the more they indulged, the more they normalized their actions. Yet, deep down, both Liam and Emily felt a growing sense of unease. Clara, unaware of what was happening, started noticing changes in her children's behavior. Liam, once lively and eager to spend time with his family, began isolating himself. He spent more time locked in his room with the phone, often asking Emily to join him under the guise of helping him with something. Emily, too, was acting differently. She had become quieter, avoiding eye contact with her mother and seeming preoccupied. Clara dismissed the changes as growing pains, attributing them to their ages. Teenagers, Clara sighed to herself one evening. They're bound to act strange now and then. But Clara couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. One evening, while Clara was cleaning the house, she noticed that Liam's phone was left on the kitchen counter. Curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to look through it. As she unlocked the phone, she was horrified to discover Liam's internet history. The adult sites and videos were undeniable evidence of what he had been viewing. Her hands trembled as she put the phone down. She knew she had to address this, but she wanted to approach the situation carefully. That night, she called Liam into the living room.